Here inside the Mayweather Boxing Club with legendary cutman Stitch Duran. First of all, Stitch, happy Thanksgiving. I know it's going to be a great holiday season for you. Yesterday, opening of your latest film, Creed 2, starring Stitch Duran. Tell me a little about that. What was that experience like?
Tremendous experience. Yeah, the movie came out yesterday. I was in New York last week, so I kind of got a little edge. I saw I was there for the premiere, got to see the movie, and spectacular. You know, the reviews from everybody that I've been getting and the journalists and all that have really gave it a thumbs up.
You know, I'm in my mid-40s. Rocky's been a thing since I was a young child. With Rocky 1 sometime in the mid to late 1970s. Are you surprised that this franchise has had the legs it's had going through, you know, Rocky, now turning it on to the younger generation, the Creeds?
Yeah, that's a good question, but, you know, once you work with Sly for 3 movies, you get to see the mastery that he is. They're just great at writing, directing, and acting, and Rocky's a legacy that's never going to go away. And to have the spinoff with Adonis is tremendous, and yeah, I think it's going to continue.
You know, you're legit. You're in this game for real. You got a lot of people like Rocky or Sylvester Stallone who are fans, Michael B. Jordan, these kind of people. But how do they treat you? You know, they're actors are pretending to be in the sport. You do it for real.
Well, it's real good. You know, highly respected. I mean, they just treat me like gold. But keep in mind, I'm in their territory under my game, right? So they appreciate what I bring to the table. And like I say in the script, my name was Marcel, but when it was time for Rocky to introduce Adonis to the team, he said, this is Stitch, the best cutman in Philadelphia. That was in the first movie, right? So he's giving me a lot of props.
What's some different? I mean, it's very clear, but what are some difference, you know, between you getting ready for a fight and, you know, getting ready to have a scene in a movie?
You know, working a fight, I work for 3 hours, right? Doing filming, I spent 6 weeks in Philadelphia, 14, 16 hours a day. But, you know, when you, like Michael Jordan and I would wrap his hands every morning in his trailer, just him and I. And so we would have those conversations that we talked about earlier. And just very casual guy, super guy, but I prep him up just like I do a regular fighter. On the mental side, I talk to him, you know, give him psychological tips and all that, and we end up like every fighter hugging each other and then going on set.
What's it like repairing a fake cut, you know, in a fight in a movie as opposed to a real one? You have to be careful not to mess up the makeup, or how does that work?
Oh, that's a good question, man. You're on the road. Yeah, you really have to be careful because the makeup is tremendous. You know, the guy that did a tremendous job, and they look real. So, but we put certain items on the swab and on the cut itself so that it doesn't stick, doesn't pull it off and all that. So there is a technique behind that.
The last couple of days we had Michael Jordan talking about fighting Roy Jones, I guess it was. So what do you think? You know, you've seen him in action. What are you willing to talk about or say? How do you think something like that will go down, and is that something we might see in the future?
No, not at all. You know, Michael, in the first fight up around the 5th week, I was in his trailer wrapping his hands, and I said, Michael, you know, I'm so impressed with your boxing skills that I'm going to knight you as a fighter. You are a fighter. But the skill level that he has in the second movie is better than the first. But against him and Roy Jones, it's not going to happen, man. You know, but it's a good promo.
All right, so tell us a little about what's going on in this movie. So we have Drago's son, Creed. I mean, tell us a little about that. Those that don't know, tell us what we're going to see in this film.
Yeah, well, here's what you could expect. There's 3 really good storylines, plus the fights are unbelievable. But you have Ivan Drago and his son, Victor. And Florian, that played Drago's son, did a tremendous job. You got Michael B. Jordan with his girlfriend, Bianca. And then you got Rocky that has, you know, Adonis. And now he also has Ivan Drago that he has to look at. The movie, they say the storylines, you know, those 3 are tremendous. People I've talked to, you know, they've laughed, they've tensed up a little bit, and some have choked up on some of the scenes. So it's going to be a powerful movie. It is a powerful movie.
Do we have Brigitte Nielsen back in this one?
And you got to watch the movie.
Oh, we got to watch the movie for that one. All right. Let me ask you this. You know, Rocky films are very polarizing. A lot of the boxers respect it for what it gives, you know, attention to the sport, and other ones get aggravated because these guys get attention, they're not getting really hit for real. So you've been in both worlds. What do you think about the Rocky franchise and similar movies like that show boxing? They're not really boxing, but they're pretending to box. Good or bad for boxing?
Oh, no, it's good. I mean, how many fighters do you know listen to that music? Dun, 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 you know, and
I think every kid in the world, even me too, for like at least a day or two after watching one of those, I was ready to be a pro boxer.
that's my point exactly, of course, you know, and then definitely Rocky. You know, the other ones, I saw a lot of faults, little, in what we do, and what guys in the business will see little mistakes. In Creed, you won't see those because we did a real good job in making it as authentic as possible. So, yeah, that's never going to go. And, you know, somebody mentioned also is Sly Stallone, as great as he is, he's created two iconic guys, Rocky and Rambo. Who else has done that? Nobody.
Exactly. And then just finally, I want to go a little off topic here as we wrap up. You're in this movie. You're in a lot of movies. Wait. First of all, what you said you've been in like 7 movies. What have you been in?
Well, the first one was Played to the Bone, Woody Harrelson, Antonio Banderas. I was a cutman for Woody Harrelson. I did Ocean's 11 when Vladimir Klitschko fought Lennox Lewis, and they robbed the casino. The lights went out. After that, I started working with Vladimir Klitschko. I did Here Comes the Boom with Kevin James, Salma Hayek, MMA movie, a comedy. I did Balboa when Rocky fought his last fight. I was in the corner with Antonio Tarver. Creed 1 and 2, and then I did one with one of my idols, Edward James Olmos, my lookalike. It was an independent film with Anderson Silva called Monday Night After 7.
So what do you owe this to? You know, when I say you're a legendary cutman, or you're easily the most famous cutman I think out there. How is someone like you, a cutman, become someone that everybody knows, that they see your face and are like, I know that guy?
Yeah, I don't know. Shit just happens, man. You know, it blows my mind. You know, why me? And as a matter of fact, during the movie, the first movie, I told Sly, I said, I can't sleep at nights because I'm asking myself, what am I doing here? He says, hey, you earned it. And with that, yeah, you know, I did. I've put my hours in. I've worked, treated people with respect, you know, there to take care of the fighters. So the avenue I've taken has brought me up here. And, you know, I'm proud to say that everything that's happened in my career to this point, I've never asked for one job. You know, I'm just a proud Chicano that, you know, I just can't do it, but performance kind of speaks for itself.
All right, we'll wrap up with the product you started not too long ago. Oh, you have something else?
Yeah, well, yeah, you're talking about the products?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course. Now, let me mention now the Stitch Premium Tape. I use that to wrap Michael B. Jordan's hands every day. And there's a scene where he is in the desert, and he's hitting like a bag, but they're all tires, and you can see the Stitch Premium Wrap. That's available at cutmanforhire supplies.com.
All right, we'll put a link for that down below the video, and best of luck on the movie, and hope it does great. Appreciate it.
It's good. Thanks.